All right, I am here. Just last minute checks and stuff. I have to be live for me to check a couple of things here, and we'll be getting started at the top of the hour. Hope you had a great weekend. Cheers. How's system update doing for you? I'm not so sure it's really liking me that much, but hopefully today goes well. I'll tell you all about it shortly. Okay. Oh, no. After being pecked by a radioactive bird, somewhat mannered, T.Tuthill was compelled to become Kinneas, a Skydude. After being pecked by a radioactive bird, somewhat mannered, T.Tuthill was compelled to become Kinneas, a Skydude. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Okay, good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you might be. Happy Monday. Yeah. It's weird saying happy Monday. Thing always seems to go wrong on Mondays. I hope you've had a great weekend. Oh boy. Okay, what do we got going on here today? We're still up north. Let's see here. We're still way up north. The frozen tundras. I've still been looking for jobs that might take us over here and cross into, I don't know, China or Russia or wherever the hell this is. And man, I don't think they use airplanes over here. They're fond of helicopters. I can't find an airport. Everything is helipads. So as I zoom down and go looking around, everything over here, it's all just helipads. But so yeah, I've been looking for any jobs that might take us over, but no. I think the nearest ones are maybe way in here, but I don't even know about these. You see here, yeah, helipad. That's so strange. I would have to do a huge jump. What about over down in here? Helipad. Oh, we have one airport way over here. That's a pretty huge jump. What would that cost? You can fast move. So you don't have to take jobs linearly into areas to open up different areas of the map. You can pay to fast travel. That wouldn't cost that much, I suppose. 2,250 credits and we'll be in Agolni. Or I save every precious penny and we just stay where we're at and take whatever we got over here. Okay. These are the jobs that are available to us today. So we have passenger transport. I still haven't flown one of these. That's only a 30-minute. I haven't flown one of these Heart Aerospace aircraft. Maybe we'll do that just real quick. That'd be a fast one. I don't even know that there are any flight seeing. Like, there's nothing to see up here. We don't take anybody. Although this is really interesting territory. Look at that. I mean, I've heard places call themselves Land of 1,000 Lakes. Well, what do you call this? I can't believe they don't have any flight seeing stuff going on over here. That one kind of takes us right to it. That's an Airbus H125. I haven't flown a helicopter in a while, getting a little rusty. It takes us right to the edge of it. The Draco, I just am not interested in flying the Draco. I'm horrible. I mean, if I want to make sure I get a crappy score and possibly kill us, sure. That's when I need a lot more time. That's just way too overpowered for me. Okay, how do you even pronounce that? Guimball? And that takes us across that whole weird area there. There's another weird area up there too that kind of looks like, but this place beats it hands down. I mean, look at this. I mean, you come in and zoom in here and it's like, that looks pretty wicked. But then, yeah, this place has got to beat hands down. Yeah, let's maybe try that. Let's see what we got here. Where did that one go? The Guimble. Oh, that one takes us right across it. And in a plane we all love and adore, the Skyhawk. Yeah, let's do that. That's only a 30-minute flight. Commodity transport for Sellowick. 5,670 credits. Yeah, okay. Oh, you know what I didn't do? Well, it's all right. I can get it done now. That is roll for the bad guys. We go into the EFB and turn on Bushtalk, the Bushtalk client. Dun, dun. Actually, probably better wait till we get in it. So we're going to PAOT, PASK. It is an IFR. We've got an urgent freight delivery. Our biggest clients can't wait, and neither can their partners in Sellowick. Oh no, this is the Draco. What happened? No. We don't want this. This says it's the Draco. How did we just go from the Skyhawk to the... Did I slip? I must have. Don't bait and switch me, buddy boy. Not into that. Yeah, that one says Draco. What? Where was the Skyhawk one we just had? That one. That's the different one, though. That's an... Oh, whatever. We'll take it. Fine. 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 So, Cessna 172, 7,520 credits. It's always urgent. Everything's always urgent. Hey, did I tell you lately that you rock my world and I appreciate it? Every one of you that comes in and stops in, even if you don't say hi, but you stop in and you check up on me and see how things are going. I really appreciate it. You make my universe, and I can't thank you enough. So thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, 91 miles. Looks like we got some kind of crappy weather. We've only had a little bit of nice weather up here. Alaska does seemingly want to kill us. I gotta shake out these morning yawns. I've been up for quite a while. Plenty of coffee, but boy. Now, I don't know about you, but I had to do a lot of messing around with the settings for System Update 2, and I had to go and make sure my community folder was empty and everything else. I can't seem to get over 60 frames at all, no matter what I'm doing. I mean, I could use frame gen, but I mean, I don't really have to get over 60 frames. But Friday, I couldn't get over 30. I was like locked at 30, and I went and checked all my settings, and there's nothing that should have been locking me at 30. So I was trying to do the Friday fly-in, and I've never had rubber banding like that or lag ever like that in my life. So I couldn't figure it out. So after after a little while, I'm just going to sit here and keep messing with settings. So there's no point in continuing to live stream that. So I don't know what happened. So anyway, I came in, reset settings, went into the NVIDIA control panel, blew out the profile, reestablished the profile, checked things in there, but just was not getting good performance. Right now, I don't think you can see my FPS meter up at the top. No, you can't. And it's just sitting right at 60. Again, 60's fine. Fine. Better than sitting at 34. All right, let's play and warm up a little bit. And while we're doing that again, I gotta roll for the bad guys and give them an opportunity to do their nefariousness. Okay. So let me Bushtalk over here. Grab my dice. Now this could dramatically impact our activity today. So far, we've been really lucky. Everything that's happened, even with the worst rolls that we've had so far, they haven't brought us down. They haven't caused an emergency landing situation, and they haven't thwarted us. But hey, you know, between them trying and me trying, I'll end up causing something to go wrong. Let me grab my D8 here and roll that. Okay, we got a 5. So go over to a random failure app, stop it, go to our presets. Well, first of all, let's check the failure list. And did we have a gear problem last week? A brake problem. Okay. So clear that. All right, so we rolled a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, an engine problem. So now let's determine what engine problem we could have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, like 13. Do that again. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, turbocharger. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So we get a D20. Anything over a 17, and they fail to mess with any of our systems. A 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Engine 3 failure. Well, good for us. We don't have a third engine. So nothing will happen today at the moment. Good for us. All right. Checking locations again. I'm sure you saw on the map where we were. Let me bring up Bushtalk here. And what this is an audio tour app. It's a radio app. And you can listen to local radio stations. But you can get also amazing audio tours of all kinds of different places. Let me bring that up here. So it looks a little bit like that. And let me come into here and make sure we're logged in. Go to your EFB. The Bushtalk client, we should get a little green arrow, green light down here. Unless it doesn't... An unexpected error occurred. See if it'll pull up the points of interest nearby. Again, could be a system 2 problem. System update 2, I'm not really sure. But we're not getting anything there. I'm not seeing us appear in the Bushtalk client either. What I'm talking about here is in my EFB, normally all you do is come in here, go to Bushtalk client, it establishes a connection between the two products, the web page, and here, and it doesn't want to do it. So I checked my account button. It's even got a login on startup. Got to log out. Unexpected error occurred. They could be having a problem after the update. I don't know. Well, that's typical for a Monday. And we just have to roll with it, baby. Try to reset the web page. And who knows, maybe they've got a new client now that System Update 2 is out. I'd have to go check. Make sure I am logged in over here. Log out. Successfully logged out. Log back in. Clear cache. Huh. Oh, hey, you don't want to do that. Especially on a live stream. The last thing you want to do. No, it doesn't want to do it. Well, again, like I said, you know, it's not a big deal. Today we just don't have it. So I'll have to check that out later and find out what's going on. It's a real drag. It's not even putting my position out there where we're at. Okay, well, stuff to work on. Since we don't have any of that today, really no need to have all the sound all the way down. Normally I'd keep it so it doesn't, you know, when it kicks in, we're not completely, they're not conflicting.
Ceiling 1,600 feet overcast. Temperature -1C. Dew point -2C. Altimeter 2988.
988.
Papa Alpha Sierra Kilo automated weather observation. 1900 Zulu. Wind 249er at 1 tree. Visibility 10. Sky condition. Ceiling 1,600 feet overcast. Temperature -1C. Dew point -2C. Altimeter 2.
Papa Alpha Sierra Kilo traffic. Kin Bravo Charlie 79er12 is taxiing to runway 22. Papa Alpha Sierra Kilo traffic. All right. Okay. What the hell happened there? I was doing a, what do you call it? Right. You know, you hit your control spacebar and it puts you back to your center seat and centers your view up. In this case, it saw the spacebar first and just moved me to the taxi. Always something. Didn't have any time to mess around in the simulator this weekend. Way too much going on. Look at that windsock. Gonna be another windy flight. Hopefully we're not gonna get bounced around so much. Last couple of flights have been wicked. Ooh, look at that water. That looks cold. Some things I wanted to check in the EFB on our flight plan here. I don't think there were any mountains nearby. Okay, they want us at 14,000. Wonder if we can change this here. And resend that to air traffic control. No, they're like, no. Okay, so come here, and then we turn across all that weird looking terrain. And then start heading northwest. Okay. So be it. Let me dial in 14 here. It's 14.1. We'll set to nav. Bring up the flight plan. Wow. We have all these waypoints, but then we don't. No, it just says here, depart. No, we don't. I wish they would give us some waypoints. Okay. Wow. Up already. Feet. That flow down there. The wind moving the water around. Yeah, this place should be called Land of a Thousand Lakes. Nothing but. Okay, so I've got us in Autopilot. I've got us on a heading hold and a 200 foot per minute climb. Check the mix. We're 2,400 feet. Just gonna leave it there. Already pretty low clouds, huh? We might be going above it.
Center, Kin Bravo Charlie 79er12 is type Cessna Skyhawk, 5 miles west of Papa Alpha Sierra Kilo, 2,600 feet. Request flight following. Kin Bravo Charlie 79er12, Anchorage Center, Squawk 6701.
670. Oops. 6701.
Kin Bravo Charlie 79er12. Please acknowledge.
I just did.
Squawk 6701. Kin Bravo Charlie 79er12.
But what I wanted was a request to stay low. I wanted to check out all those lakes. Look at that big hole over there. Yeah, I really wanted to stay closer to the ground and do a lot of sightseeing of all these little pockmarked lakes. Yeah, I'm gonna do an alt hold right here and see what they tell me. They tell me expedited climb or whatever. Still can't really see much though. That is pretty. La da la da da da. A Monday. Can't trust that day. Monday. No attack. Man, I watched some show on Netflix this weekend called The Terror, and it was actually the name of a ship, The Terror. So, the two most advanced ships at the time, around 18, blah, 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 I don't know, two British ships departed to go find a northwest passage up through the top of the world and over to India and China. They were trying to find that northwest passage. And they didn't. They got stuck in the ice. And they were actually set up, you know, in case something were to happen and they were to get stuck in the ice, that they would have enough provisions, but everything goes wrong. Now, that is a true story. You know, it's fictionalized for Netflix movies. And so, you know, don't know exactly how much they do know. I haven't researched it to find out how much of it is true, how much of it is not true. Either way, the Erebus and the Terror were seen at one point and then they were never seen again. And I don't know if since then, you know, whatever happened to the ships. Did they ever go out and find the ships? It's speculated that they left the ships they started trekking south or to go find like the Hudson Bay Company, this one outpost. It was supposed to be like 800 miles away. They were going to try to do an overland. I don't know, but I don't believe there were any survivors. And that's just tragic. Tragic. But as far as just kind of spooky, sad, historical docudrama, sort of, I would check it out. This is an instrument flight rules flight, so, you know, we don't have to be down and out of the clouds. They haven't given me any grief yet about maintaining this altitude. The last thing I was told to do is go to... They're telling me to acknowledge the squawk and press R. I pressed that. We already acknowledged the squawk here. And we haven't gotten anything since. Little plane. See if we can come down to 2.5. Do vertical speed and we'll drop the nose. Just a slow little descent. Negative 300 feet. See if they say anything. But I really want to see the ground. Monday, Monday. Do you remember that song by the Mamas and the Papas? Ba-da, ba-da-da-da. Ba-da, ba-da-da-da. So it seems like it starts out good in the lyrics. Monday, Monday, so good to me. Monday morning, it was all I hoped it would be. Oh, Monday morning, couldn't guarantee that Monday evening you would still be here with me. Monday, Monday, can't trust that day. Monday, Monday, sometimes it just turns out that way. On Monday morning, you gave me no warning of what was to be. Monday, Monday, how could you leave and not take me? Good song. $1,005, still a little high. And they haven't complained. Few thousand feet. Yeah, this is what I wanted to see. Yeah, that's rugged. Gotta wonder about the fishing, though. One, I know it looks horribly inhospitable. Gotta think on the bright side of things. Yeah, a lot of good places to go fishing. Lots. Even the boxes look cold. Cessna 172 has no anti-icing. I'm surprised this low we still are. We have tiny bits of ice on the surfaces. Wow. Not good. Very dangerous. Like, oh, don't worry about it. Send Kinneas out. He'll do it. I don't believe I see any lights at all. Oh, I got a tail light. I don't think these are reversed. Nope. Hey, how are you? Good to see you. Well, not see you, but you know what I mean. Thanks for stopping in. Hope you're having a great day. We're in Alaska and it's cold. We are a long, long way from home. Hello to all my fellow Skydudes and Skydudettes out there flying today. Hope you have great flights today. Hope all your flights go good. Uneventful. Rod Machado was on YouTube this weekend posting some stuff, and I got to comment a thank you to Rod Machado for everything that he's done for us all these years. He's really an amazing instructor. What a dude, you know what I mean? I don't know if you remember any of the old Flight Simulator X training. So early on, they used to use the Kings, right? So in the early Microsoft Flight Simulators, all the instruction tutorials were done by the husband and wife couple, the Kings. And then I think with FSX, that's when Rod Machado came in and did all the training lessons for us. And those were worth their weight in gold. I should load up FSX just to do all the Rod Machado lessons. Just live stream those. Boy, we're picking up that ice. We better turn on the pitot heat. I wonder if our pitos froze. I'm not getting any reading at all. So yeah, I think our pitot is froze. Let's turn on some cabin heat. I don't see any on the main windscreen though, and that's good. But maybe a little bit up here in the corner. Hopefully we'll be okay. But yeah, I'm not seeing any readings here on our airspeed, so that's a real good indication that our pitot tube out there, that little guy right there, he is a froze. There we go. Now we're getting airspeed reading again. So it sends a little heater in there, warms it up so that the airflow remains unobstructed. I really don't want to come down too much lower. But we are starting to develop a little ice on the windshield now. Okay, whose idea was it to send to send us out a Cessna? I should have checked the weather. Oh, no. I think we're close. Oh.
500.
Oh. The worst thing that can happen is our engine freezes. In Colorado, that's in the simulator, or anytime you, if you've never done it, I really recommend trying it. Get yourself into some really bad cold weather in the Cessna 172. You're not going to like it, but it's not, the exercise is not so you like it. The exercise is why you don't fly planes without anti-icing equipment. So get yourself in a really bad situation where it's really cold out in a Cessna, and it'll freeze your engine up, and it will simulate that in 2020 and 2024. And if you have enough altitude, you can dive bomb towards the ground to cause your propeller to spin faster, and you can actually superheat the engine and warm it back up so it's running again. But sure enough, you absolutely can freeze your engine and you'll fall right out of the sky. So it's a good emergency thing to practice. So sometimes trying to make it between different airports, if your engine does that, you got to dive towards the ground, get your engine unfrozen, and then like climb again so you can have a little bit of altitude, and then it's kind of like a rinse and repeat until you can get to the airport. You kind of have to limp it along. Climb, your engine freezes, dive, unfreeze your engine, climb, your engine freezes, dive, and hopefully that'll get you there. Hey, it's the top of the hour. We don't do you're not required when live streaming like real television or real other radio or anything to do your like station identification. After being pecked by a radioactive bird, somewhat mannered, T.Tuthill was compelled to become Kinneas, a Skydude. Dun, dun, dun. That's my station identification. You are watching the further adventures, the continuing adventures of Kinneas the Skydude. Skydude. Flight sim adventures. Ooh, this is getting dangerous right here. I'm not a real world pilot at all. I am just an enthusiast. I've been trying to learn as much as I can over the last, I don't know, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. Can't believe how fast time flies. So I started getting serious. I mean, I had been messing around with the simulators, different simulators, all the way back to Microsoft Flight Sim 2000. But, you know, just it's fun. Just try to mess around. And then when I got serious, I realized, oh my, this is actually going to require some serious knowledge and training. At that time, all they really did have was the tutorials in the simulator, and we didn't have YouTube back then. So there was no way for me to go, well, I would like to learn more about VORs. I would like to learn more about this, more about that. And so I started getting really discouraged because I was awful at it. Awful at figuring out, getting my head around VOR navigation, and I was really awful at landing, and I can't say I'm great at landing still to this day. But at one point, I just couldn't stick a landing at all. And so that was so frustrating, I just quit for a long time. But around, I don't know, when Microsoft Flight came out, they introduced the Icon A5, and it was a light sport, and they have it in 2020 and 2024. And if you're frustrated and you're like, I don't think I could do this, I don't think I could fly, that's really a great aircraft to put you in. I didn't like something, I just got a beep.
500.
Yeah. You know, it takes a lot of the stress off. The cockpit is so minimal. It looks like the interior of a car, so that makes you feel comfortable. Such a low profile, you're sitting so low to the ground, it feels like a car when you're making transitions from ground, air up, blah, blah, blah. And all of a sudden, that I was having so much fun with it, learning how to land on water. And all the great activities they had for you to do in Microsoft Flight. A lot of people didn't like it. I loved it because I was finally making breakthroughs. I was finally becoming comfortable with landing. So I started getting serious around then. But majorly serious around 2013, 2014. Watching every video I could on everything. I wanted to know everything. And again, thank goodness we have YouTube, you know, because you could put on flight instruction videos all day, all night. There's so many out there. So I don't claim to know everything, but I claim to have been putting in the time to try to learn absolutely as much as I can about real world aviation. I don't apply so much of it in these daily live streams, But in the first year of starting to record stuff and do live streams, it was mostly to demonstrate what I was learning. So I would put out a video on, say, VOR navigation to demonstrate that I had learned it, that I could teach that class for the day. I had to. Anyway, the good news here is that if a dummy like me can figure it all out, I'm absolutely positive that you can. I'm a really slow learner. I was a very slow learner when it comes to all of this. Takes a while for stuff to sink in. So, knowing you're brilliant, and if you are inclined to figure all this stuff out, and now with YouTube, you'll figure it out. You'll learn it all. It's a little slow going at the start, but I think once you get into it, it all starts coming quick. So as much as you want to put into it, like how real world do you want your experience to be? I think you get out of the simulator what you put into it. So whatever you're out there learning that day, trying to learn it real world by the book, then you can come into the simulator and work it all out. All right, calamity hasn't struck us. We're a little over 15 miles out, and that's good. I really hope they put the autopilot back into 2024. Other than that, I have to recommend 2020 to you if you don't own either of these simulators and you're thinking about it. Well, which one do I want? Well, at the moment, unless you're interested in the career mode stuff specifically, I would have to recommend 2020. And a lot of that is you know, right at the moment, because they have the AI built into it to be your co-pilot and pilot. And I think it's worth it to have the AI fly a lot of the times, so you can pay attention to what's going on. You can learn how to build flight plans, have it fly for you. And, you know, just for entertainment and enjoyment. Let's say you're not totally comfortable with flying everywhere, but you would want to see the world. You're like, man, I see all these videos of people flying around and looking at the world in the digital twin, and I want to go see a bunch of things. It's a great way to set up flights and have the AI fly it for you, and you just can enjoy it. You can do entire airliner flights from a interior seat. So in showcase view 11 and 12, usually in most airliners, you get an interior seat view. You can't really move it around at the moment, move your camera around, which is unfortunate. But yeah, I've taken whole flights where I'm just from the passenger seat looking out the window. So until they put that back into 2024... And again, unless you're just interested and you really want to do the career stuff, I'd recommend learning with 2020. Sorry, Solo, and I don't mean that to be a slight in any way. I know it's probably coming. So I'm continuing to just do these daily live streams and flights and mostly career mode stuff. I'm in no hurry to start a company. I'll be doing that soon, some point. But right now, it's just don't get impatient. Listen to what the older guys are saying, and they're saying, don't get impatient. Build up your money and build up lots of it before you jump into doing a company. Because it's real expensive, and when things, repairs are real expensive, and insurance is expensive, and planes are expensive. So if you want to enjoy it, so I'm over 1 million now, but even then, that's not a lot. And I've done NEOFLY in the first year of the Skydude live streams of me learning how to transition into career stuff. So the first couple of years were, again, just me learning how to fly. All of those live streams and videos that I made in the first couple of years, just all training. And the Skydude live stream series is about me learning how to do career. So I did the NEOFLY app, the career app, for the first, until 2024 came out. So also, if you want a career mode and you do want to get 2020, you can get NEOFLY, and it's a great career simulator app to have. In some ways, it's kind of far superior. In some ways. Now, why can't I contact the airport? Are you bugged? So I set my altitude for 1,500 feet, and I'm reducing the throttle a little bit, and I've got us in a vertical speed, negative 200 feet per minute. Actually go like 5. And there's the airport. And we've had no... Let me try it now, see if R's set. Now it's working. Good. But now I'm not hearing anything. So, I don't know if I've messed with air traffic control in the settings somewhere. It was working earlier when we took off. Something happened. Aviator performance landing lights turned off. Well, thank you for telling me that. But I'm just trying to get a hold of air traffic control. I also need to go in there and fine-tune the controls. she's super sensitive, like feather touch, fingertip touching on the yoke here. You know what I should have done is demonstrated the Machado. That was his latest video, is entering slow flight. You know, pardon me, best technique to enter slow flight. So basically you keep it on the horizon, your vertical speed indicator right at 0 if you can, and then start pulling back on your throttle and hold it. Of course, you don't want to stall, but so then there's a point in the where you slow down enough where the drag increases again. You'll have to add throttle again. I got the nose a little high. So according to AOPA, they're saying not enough pilots spend time in slow flight. Everybody wants to go fast. All right, so putting some throttle back. I haven't put any flaps in. I'm going to put 10. $20. All right, full flaps, putting throttle in. Oh, kind of made it wide.
500.
The packages. We should actually be coming in the other way. I think it's a small wind, but it's 3 knots. But shouldn't we be coming in?
Stall.
I thought they took that away. Like flaps exceeded on landing. That error message shouldn't be there anymore. Or, and again, it's if it wasn't that, I'm not sure. It displays up on the screen so fast. Doesn't linger there to... Doesn't give me enough time. don't know about you, but I bet that the fish up here is, unless they have some big game, you know. But I would imagine that the fish is probably the local specialty.
Papa Alpha Sierra Kilo traffic. Kin Bravo Charlie Charlie 7912 is taxiing to parking. Papa Alpha Sierra Kilo traffic.
Wow. I didn't think we would get that high on the cargo integrity. I had a couple of moments where we were bouncing around pretty good. Landing lights on night landing. I got that message. Bad weather bonus. I like it. Slowly getting that reputation up. Now, most of it's my fault, but there's a lot of cases where the mission would glitch out, spawn you in a weird location, and then take away huge chunks of reputation. But can't let it get you down. You just got to keep going. So 1,270,560 credits. So the jobs here, the Pilatus, and then we have the Heart Aerospace. Again, I haven't flown that one yet. That's just sending us back the way we came. AOT. Well, there's no time like the present. Go ahead and do this, I suppose. And we'll check this aircraft out. The tubbed kayak. So it's considered an airline job, but this is, as you see, it's I think it's a hybrid. I think it's I think two of these engines are electric. Don't quote me on that. Is that dual pitot tube? Quad pitot tube?
Hi, Captain. We've got a great team aboard with Griffin Willis's cabin crew. First Officer Andre Higgins.
Hello, Andre.
69 to Kotzebue. Immediate boarding. Please prepare your travel.
What's it doing? Cutscene?
Papa Alpha Whiskey November traffic. Kin Alpha Bravo Alpha 469er is taxiing to runway 1. Papa Alpha Whiskey November traffic.
They really, sometimes it's a joke and we make fun of larger people, but, usually isn't a month goes by before you see a news article about somebody that's sad because there's just not enough room in these planes anymore. People are bigger these days. People are a lot bigger. And it's a shame that only the wealthy.
Papa Alpha Whiskey November traffic. Kin Alpha Bravo Alpha 469er is taxiing to runway 1. Papa Alpha Whiskey November traffic.
It's a shame that only the wealthy get to enjoy the interiors that have the really big seats, first class stuff. But even beyond the first class stuff, some aircraft still have couches, bars,
Papa Alpha Whiskey November traffic. Kin Alpha Bravo Alpha 469er is taxiing to runway 1. Papa Alpha Whiskey November traffic.
Conditioners. Is this your flaps? No, flaps are over here. I wonder if that's a speed brake. Parking brake.
Papa Alpha Whiskey November traffic. Kin Alpha Bravo Alpha 469er is taxiing to runway 1. Papa Alpha Whiskey November traffic.
Okay, so here is your autopilot. How do you change nav source here. FMS. There we go. Very well. I can't pull up the ATIS. That's a drag. Okay. Give me a moment. Sorry, the first time I'm really in here. And I'm going to become a little bit familiar. Off. So that's on. Turn up. That's it. Emergency external lights, seatbelts. No noise? No indicator that they're on. The probe's heating. The pitot tube. On. Anti-icing. On. But where do you put it in? Heading, approach, course heading, vertical speed, speed hold, yaw damper, nose up, nose down. Where is your... Where do you dial in out? Right, normally you dial in your altitude. What is this? Oh, here. What do they have us at? They don't. They're not giving us a cruise altitude. All right, well, we'll wait till we get in the air. But let me put in some altitude here. There's 5,000. Okay.
Papa Alpha Whiskey November traffic. Kin Alpha Bravo Alpha 469er is taxiing to runway 1. Papa Alpha Whiskey November traffic.
Huh. I've got no... Oh, there she goes. Just for a minute there, I had no rudder authority. She wouldn't straighten out. Right now, see? Like right now, I lose all rudder authority. It's like being in one of the tail draggers or something. Sorry, co-pilot. Never flown this thing before. Gotta figure it out. But yeah, it's like unless I'm going a certain speed, I've got really little rudder authority. I'll back up and put a little bit more juice in and see what happens. Try it again. Giving her some guts. Giving her some beans. No. See, she's pulling all the way. What the hell? Wow. I got plenty of left authority, but no right. Right now, when I'm slowing down, now I've got some authority. Now she's listening. Wow, wow, wow. Just set it up for like a basic Cessna. Art Aerospace. All right. Cross my fingers. Yeah. A little bit of... Got rudder there. Solid brakes.
Papa Alpha Whiskey November traffic. Kin Alpha Bravo Alpha 469er. Taking off runway 1. Departure to the south. Papa Alpha Whiskey November traffic.
Surprised how slow this is. This usually never lags. Better.
Ladies and gentlemen, please fasten your seatbelts and secure all baggage underneath your seat or in the overhead compartments. Place your seats and table trays in the upright position. Turn off all personal electronic devices, including laptops and cell phones, and prepare for takeoff.
It is like the sound has switched over to headphone simulation. We can barely hear anything in here. Well, getting conflicting information down here. This one says end of the runway. That one down below is still telling me to announce my taxi. They want us to go down and turn around. Okay. Another wonderful day for flying. Actually, I don't know. In the real world, I don't know if I wouldn't say this is a wonderful day for flying. But this thing has anti-icing and so I suppose when you have the better aircraft, every day is a good day for flying. Yeah, one of the propellers isn't spinning. You see that? Either the animation is out for it, or there is something wrong with that. I'm just guessing it's animation, but we'll have a look again in the cockpit. I don't see any problem with one. Uh-oh, no authority. There we go. She's straightening out. She's pulling really hard to the left. I'm almost full right rudder deflection there.
V1, rotate.
Engine over torque. Really? Wow. Okay. Landing gear's not coming up. Do it that way. To bring the flaps up. Flaps are up.
Anchorage Center, Kin Alpha Bravo Alpha 469er is type 2 miles north of Papa Alpha Whiskey November, 900 feet. Request flight following.
Kin Alpha Bravo Alpha 469er, Anchorage Center. Squawk Tree 225.
Squawk Tree 225, Kin Alpha Bravo Alpha 469er.
Kin Alpha Bravo Alpha 469er, radar contact 3 miles north of Papa Alpha Whiskey November, 2,000 feet. Altimeter 2997.
2997.
Roger. Kin Alpha Bravo Alpha 469er. Anchorage Center, Kin Alpha Bravo Alpha 469er, 4 miles north of Papa Alpha Whiskey November, 3,200 feet. Request IFR to Papa Alpha Oscar Tango, ready to copy.
Kin Alpha Bravo Alpha 469er is cleared to Papa Alpha Oscar Tango Airport as filed. Squawk Tree 225.
Kin Alpha Bravo Alpha 469er cleared to Papa Alpha Oscar Tango Airport is filed.
Aircraft system malfunction. Engine malfunction. That's lovely.
Kin Alpha Bravo Alpha 469er, read back correct. Radar contact 4,800 feet. Altimeter 2997, turn left heading 285. Proceed on course, descend and maintain 4,000 feet.
Really?
Turn left heading 285. Proceed on course. Descend and maintain 4,000 feet. Kin Alpha Bravo Alpha 469er.
Boy. Got all kinds of power. Huh. Wow. I have it in, the engine's almost in idle. .285. I was trying to get on the GPS course, but they want us to go this way. I mean, they want us to turn all the way around, really. Unless the I think the GPS, I'm on the wrong thing.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is your captain speaking. Today, I'm assisted by co-pilot Andre Higgins. Welcome aboard flight ABA 469, inbound to Kotzebue. We are currently cruising at an altitude of 3,800 feet and at an airspeed of 150 knots. It's 11:12 a.m., and we should expect a smooth flight all the way. On behalf of all crew members, we thank you for flying with us today. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the flight. Thank you.
Yeah, don't let on that I'm flying. That we're having engine malfunction.
Feet below your assigned altitude. Climb and maintain 4,000 feet altimeter 2996.
For your enjoyment during our flight today, we have placed a complimentary copy of our in-flight magazine in the seat pocket in front of you. Feel free to take it when you leave.
What in the hell? Why are we getting overspeed at 200 knots?
Bravo Alpha 469er, did you hear my last transmission?
No. No, I didn't.
Climb and maintain 4,000 feet. Kin Alpha Bravo Alpha 469er.
180. It's got a speed hold. I have no idea. Yeah, the first time flying this thing. Don't know. Got a speed hold here. Back course approach.
Kin Alpha Bravo Alpha 469er, please expedite your climb 4,000 feet.
Right? Yeah, we're getting there. I need to find the flight plan. That's weird. How do they only have it? Well, always learning, and I can see I'm going to need to watch some videos on this particular aircraft to learn its little eccentricities. So, as beefy as it is, yeah, it looks like it. You really don't want to do over 200 knots. The over torque. So again, maybe like a jet, maybe you don't. You take off, you don't have it into full power. I see some little idents at 70 there.
Captain, this is Griffin. We're ready for in-flight service. Mind if we start?
No. As a matter of fact, I want a coffee.
Permission granted. Good morning, everyone. My crew will now serve you lunch. Please fasten your seatbelts and make sure your tray tables are stowed.
And we're at 4,000 feet. Engine malfunction. What is that? It's like the Archer Midnight with those type of engines. That one's not working. The Archer Midnight is constantly giving you engine malfunction errors. So it looks like the outbound, outboard. By the way, the engine's on the outside. Turboprop. Still a little dismayed that we don't have multiplayer cockpit yet. It's been such an asked for feature all along. Since 2020. Because boy, I could use a co-pilot who knows how to fly this bird. Monday. So weird how the boxes in the sky don't match up with, they never do match up with the flight plan, the GPS.
Alpha Bravo Alpha 469er, you can cancel IFR. Continue VFR to your destination.
Hey, Captain.
Anchorage Center, Kin Alpha Bravo Alpha 469er. Requesting vector to next waypoint.
No.
Kin Alpha Bravo Alpha 469er, turn right heading 205.
Turn right heading 205. Kin Alpha Bravo Alpha 469er.
I don't know why I'm doing that. I'm following their heading. Just leave it in nav. Yeah. Put it back to nav.
Kin Alpha Bravo Alpha 469er, descend and maintain 2,500 feet.
Aye.
Descend and maintain 2,500 feet. Kin Alpha Bravo Alpha 469er.
What is it?
Kin Alpha Bravo Alpha 469er, please expedite your descent 2,500 feet.
Right. All right. Well, you got me, Pa. I don't know. Aughts. So we're in a hold. We're in the hold now. What?
Anchorage Center, Kin Alpha Bravo Alpha 469er would like to cancel IFR.
What?
Kin Alpha Bravo Alpha 469er, IFR flight plan is canceled, radar service terminated. Squawk 1200. Maintain VFR. Frequency change approved.
We got no wind reading.
Papa Alpha Oscar Tango traffic. Kin Alpha Bravo Alpha 469er. 5 miles east, 2,500 feet, inbound to land. Runway 18. Papa Alpha Oscar Tango traffic.
That's what I get for not looking at any charts, not doing any real work. And they've got no air traffic control as far as I could tell. EAOT.
Papa Alpha Oscar Tango traffic. Kin Alpha Bravo Alpha 469er is on final. Runway tree 6. To land. Papa Alpha Oscar Tango traffic.
Careful, Captain. Flaps overspeed.
Really? My bad. Make sure speed hold is still not on. Can't tell. Got no indicator.
Papa Alpha Oscar Tango traffic. Kin Alpha Bravo Alpha 469er is on final. Runway tree 6. To land. Papa Alpha Oscar Tango traffic.
That looks like it's there. I think I see it now. There's the Pappy lights. Mm-hmm. What a fine mess. Look at where it's dumping us out. We'll go around. Oh, we don't have to, probably. Maybe a stupid fast landing. Oh, I better not. Wow.
Papa Alpha Oscar Tango traffic. Kin Alpha Bravo Alpha 469er is on downwind. Runway 27. Papa Alpha Oscar Tango traffic.
I can't believe that she's so different, that something is not right, that the engines are just constantly, the whole flight, have been malfunctioning. I don't know. First time flying this thing, don't know. Let's pull. Let's pull hard to the left. Not want to straighten up. Down, baby. Down. See if she got a reverse thrust. Yeah. Well, definitely some training to do on this thing.
Papa Alpha Oscar Tango traffic. Kin Alpha Bravo Alpha 469er is taxiing to runway 27. Papa Alpha Oscar Tango traffic. Papa Alpha Oscar Tango traffic. Kin Alpha Bravo Alpha 469er is taxiing to parking. Papa Alpha Oscar Tango traffic.
inspect the condition of the aircraft. Lord knows what I was doing wrong. I have no idea. But learning all the time. Sounds like we're going to get a thunderstorm here today. That's nice. Bring the moisture. All right, well, a couple of Alaska jobs. Again, we're at the top of the world. We'll pick it up here tomorrow. So thanks for tuning in today, and we'll see what tomorrow brings. I'll have to go watch, again, go check up and read up or watch some videos of a pro flying that aerospace, Aero Heart, whatever the heck they call it, the Heart Aerospace, and try to figure out what the over torque I kind of understand on the takeoff, but I don't really understand the constant engine malfunctions. It's very much like the Archer Midnight, so but I can't figure out. All right, folks, you have a great afternoon, and I will see you tomorrow. Happy flying!